One of the best feelings a war gamer can have is getting updates to your army. I never understood the cries of the neglected Eldari players for many years until this last year of playing Steel Phalanx. I will admit that there were times I really wished that I had the real Phoenix model. That's right, Corvus Belli has released an update, a studio update alongside Adepticon, and we are boarding the Infinity Hype Train. Roll that! Welcome to Corner Case, the channel for wargamers by wargamers. You're in the hobby corner with me, your host, your hobby Hercules, and your best friend, Deck. Corvus Belli studio update, a lot of stuff to cover. But because there's so much stuff, we're going to be doing it in chunks and only the stuff I'm interested in. So for those of you who want more specific topics and future updates, do let us know in the comments what you would like. Otherwise, I'm following my heart. One last thing before we start the show, we just want to start with, we are so proud of our boy, Basheer. You probably recognize Basheer from our Hawk Islam discussion video. Well, Basheer is a very accomplished and prolific tabletop RPG writer and designer, and his current project, Guns Blazing, is up on Kickstarter right now. Guns Blazing is tactical shooting combat in an anti-colonial diesel punk alternate 20s setting. As a tabletop RPG, there is a ton of meat on the bone here for political intrigue or fast-paced and fun combat with threats international and supernatural. Super interesting and unique setting, and we know it's going to be good because it's from our boy Basheer. So if you are interested, please head over to Kickstarter, link in the description. These first few days are super critical. Let's shout out to our local rockstar and Infinity player, Basheer. Now back to the show. So Steel Phalanx, I felt so hipster when I picked up this army 18 months ago, but I'll not lie that over the months, it's really started to weigh on me that I'm proxying like half of the characters. The first model that they tease in the update is Machon, the Myrmidon doctor. And so Machon, I've been using him in like almost every list for the entire year, pre-update and post-update. They didn't mention any changes about the profile, so I assume the profiles will remain the same. I would tend to use Machon in a fire team with Ajax. He's a great lieutenant option, albeit the Whip 15 may make him slightly obvious. Doctor skills plus Eclipse grenades means that if you do choose to link with Ajax, then Machon is not only a great delivery system with the Eclipse grenades, but also the doctor skills can add some durability if you need. So Machon, great profile. I think the old Machon actually isn't super bad. Like, I think it's pretty cool, but obviously with the scale changes, the design updates, the new one does look a lot better. And I will say that whoever they commissioned to do the like nice rendering illustrations of these characters, oh my god, really fits the bill. Super heroic feeling from these Steel Phalanx characters, and appropriately so. So stoked. Next is Achmon. So this is another model that I never actually had. I've just been proxying, but I will admit that before the update last summer, I was not playing much of Achmon, but now after the update, I've been putting Achmon in fire teams with Eudoros almost every time. So Achmon has that tactical awareness order, so you can feed that into the link that he's in. He's also like an engineer, so he can not only score points, but also because Eudoros was switched over to structure, that means Achmon can also add some durability on that front. Obviously, Eudoros comes with his own Eclipse grenades, so delivery is a given. So the new Achmon model is looking super good. Obviously, the OOP one still looks pretty decent. With the visor and stuff, obviously he doesn't have a visor, so that probably had to go. But super heroic looking. I will be playing Achmon pretty much every time. And one last note is like there's like a ton of bags on this boy. I'm not gonna lie, like the first time I like assembled and painted that like Ajax model, I was kind of weirded out that Ajax has this like huge purse, and so I thought at the time, like, I hope this isn't a theme for the army, but it ended up being a theme for the army where like everyone has these bags. And like Achmon is like an engineer, so I get it. Like he needs the decharges, he needs all the stuff. But dude, I don't want another bag on Ajax. Like it doesn't make sense to me. And it doesn't look cool either. Next, Corvus Belli released a new Makai sculpt, the female sculpt. I haven't been, I mean, it looks super cool and it's like a great new flavor for the army. And I kind of like how, this is kind of a small thing, but the helmet doesn't look like anything human sphere and almost looks like a little bit alien. The new Morat model for comparison. So that's kind of cool, but I haven't really been playing this model. So if you guys have been playing it, like, let me know in the comments how you guys like the Makai, but I haven't been using it, but it looks super cool. It looks cool. What more can you want? It looks cool. Finally, Phoenix and Ajax. My prayers have been answered. Phoenix, another model that I have been proxying all year long, and I will let you know, I've either been proxying with this like a Gemma that I've painted completely chrome to make him look special, or with Octavia because she just looks super sick with the rocket launcher, but it's just not the business. Like, Phoenix has done so much work for me on the tabletop that, like, there should be a word for wargamers, like when you use a model and you start to feel like a sense of intimacy with that model. Like, they've done so much work for you. Like, you want the paint job to be better. If you didn't paint them, you want to finish the paint job now. If they were just like an unnamed troop, now they have a name. You know, there should be a word for that, like wargaming doing well on the tabletop, intimate. Now this model is special and get special treatment. So that's like how I feel about Phoenix, but that old model is like not that cool to me, and it's like crazy to get. So proxying is how I've been going. So I'm really stoked that there's like a new model here. Another example is like this little flash pulse bot. I love this flash pulse bot because in a game of countermeasures, this flash pulse bot critted its dodge roll into scoring position, which didn't win me the game, but got me to 5-6. And so this little flash pulse bot Charlie is special. Now back to Phoenix though. The new Phoenix model looks super cool. Well, at least the illustrations do. The illustrations look super threatening and heroic. Very, very appropriate for this model that does inspire fear for me on the tabletop. It's even at like an up angle, so he looks like super powerful from like a cinematography standpoint. I'm super excited to finally have the correct Phoenix. Yeah. And lastly, Ajax. I'm so scared that Ajax is going to have the stupid bag because it's in the illustration. But the new Ajax does do Ajax justice. So cool. Like his one armored arm makes total sense when he's like swinging the hammer. So like the forward side is armored, but like, oh man, the way they illustrated it, his bicep looks like as big as his quads. And like, oh, it's just so cool, like how beefy this boy is. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know, like I feel like I want to get two, but like it definitely doesn't make sense. But you know, it's just, you know, like one for now and one for later, you know, as the shoe guys say, you know, like run one for rockin' and one for stockin' and one on ice and one that's nice, you know, and one for walking and one for boxing. I just made that last one up. But you know what I mean? It's just like the way the Infinity aftermarket works is like you might as well just buy two because like 3 or 4 years from now, like you're going to 3x the price on that motherfucker. You know, I have to say the last thing I'm missing is when are they going to update my net rods, man? You know, like that's like literally the most important part of my army. And I have not seen any inkling from Corvus Belli that there will be a net rods update coming. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. I am molding right. So stoked for the new Steel Phalanx coming out soon. I've been painting through my army. It's pretty much wrapped up, and I'm excited to share with you guys so that I can fill that backlog back up with even more Aleph so that I can show you again. Thank you all for watching. Please support the channel by liking, subscribing, commenting, potentially joining the Discord, thinking about joining the Patreon. We super appreciate you guys, and as we wrap, let's head over to the Money Corner. Otherwise, I'll see y'all at the next one. I'd like to extend a big corner case thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. You are what make this channel possible. And an extended thank you to everyone who supports the channel in non-monetary ways. Building community is absolutely the best part of the hobby. Back to the show.
I am ready to subscribe again.